What up YouTube, Topaz Jace here, and I got a pretty good show lined up for you today, man. First we're gonna jump into the news, then we're gonna jump into this review for this DJ Khaled album, then we're gonna jump into an article from downloadpass.com. Before then, we listen to a brief instrumental from underground producer Nas. So it's a pretty slow news day today and such, man, in which something did just drop. It was the Khaled I Kid album that he just dropped, and I'm actually wondering if you guys want to hear a review for it. Actually, I'm about to start asking people, like, kind of pulling polls and shit to see what people would like to see reviewed. But anyway, on to today's album review, man, is that DJ Khaled I Changed Alot, in which what exactly has he changed? He actually is coming off sounding like he's more gearing himself towards what the music industry is doing now, instead of continuously doing what he's been doing for the past bunch of albums that he threw together. And you can tell this because he's featuring Future more on this than anybody else on the damn project. It seems as though he's trying to take the whole trap, commercial trap music and such, and take it in a better direction and put better quality music behind it. And you know, a lot of people give DJ Khaled hell because technically he didn't really do anything besides pay for the project and put everybody together in order for it to get done and shit, man. But ultimately, you got to look at it like DJ Khaled has done more for his projects and shit that he has put out than all of these labels and shit out here has done. Ask Waka Flocka, who's been saying that Atlantic hasn't done shit for him at all. See, DJ Khaled is actually involved in putting all of the creative people around, and then he tries to put his insight on how he wants the tracks and shit to go, which I'm not really for that part. Like, he really should let the creative people be creative, but ultimately you can tell the passion that he has for everything that he's been doing. And quite honestly, he's held down Ace Hood for much longer than anybody else have ever held anybody down besides, say, Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak. But as I listen to this project, man, I'm really wondering why the fuck isn't DJ Khaled putting on his own new artists and shit? Why is he constantly just seeking out the top names and shit and putting out this project like this when he can actually, one, save some money, two, put on somebody who definitely may need the damn promotion, and three, expand his brand to be more than just the DJ that's just throwing together a bunch of features and such that he probably got a good discount for? I mean, there's a lot of potential in what DJ Khaled's been doing in order to continue to bring up his brand. It's just he keep wasting it on playing fantasy football with all of these damn artists, just throwing them together, trying to put together the best damn tracks, which you don't have to fill up an entire album with that. You could just have a bunch of your own artists and shit scattered throughout in order to save some fucking money and promote yourself. Because real talk, it couldn't have been cheap to get Jay-Z to go ahead and spit some balls, and I did enjoy the verse that he did late talking about the NCAA and all of that shit, how they need to pay these young brothers, and I'm completely for that, but yet that track wasn't that damn great though. I like Fabolous verse on that remix track and such, man, where he's pretty much saying there's 7 days of the week and some day isn't one of them. Fab was fucking spitting. There was only but a few full tracks that I really liked, like that I Lied with Meek Mill, Jadakiss, Beanie Sigel. That joint was fucking fire. That Every Time Come Around, man, with French Montana, Ace Hood and such, that was pretty dope as well. But ultimately, it's a project that's doomed by lack of chemistry and lack of substance and such, man. Like, sure, there's some pretty decent tracks here and there throughout this motherfucker, but it really doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't take you by the fucking soul and actually make you listen to that shit. I mean, it's something that I would see played on the radio and I would see it played in the clubs and all of that shit, man. But it's nothing more than that, man. It's really just a bunch of people thrown together to do some shit. So overall, I give this project, man, a 5 out of 10. But anyway, on to today's article from downloadpass.com. And today's article is about this, just some things that black people just can't do in America, man. Because have you ever sat down and watched a white guy argue with the fucking police, man? That shit will blow your fucking mind. Like, I actually seen this shit and police didn't do shit. They just sat there and took an L to this random white drunk dude, and that's some shit that I myself never could fucking do, because I would probably catch an ass whooping, maybe even get killed if I tried. Going back to that Lil Dicky Save Money video and shit where he's just going door to door knocking in white neighborhoods and shit like, can I film in your shit? I would have had the police called on me, escorted me straight to fucking jail just for pestering white people. That might have been the actual fucking charge. And yes, I know a bunch of trolls and shit is gonna point out, well, you got a black president, Oprah Winfrey's like a billionaire and shit. That's some token shit. Those motherfuckers don't do shit for the black community. They just made it through. The white people said, we gonna put your face on this so we cannot be seen as racist. Or we gonna let you slide past and shit where not very many of your people is actually gonna slide past. Just like going into a club and shit. They have a certain amount of black people that they will actually let in, and then they start pointing at things like, look at your shoes. Your shoes ain't good enough for you to get in this fucking club. If you ain't dressed in like a 3-piece motherfucking suit, these clubs out here gonna say you ain't dressed right, you can't get in here, while these white people walk in with white t-shirts and shit. This is really just the reality of what America is. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.